Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Anna Lindsay Show. I am your host, and guess what? I have some amazing guests tonight, and you know that I'm always so excited about bringing my guests on the show. But these two, whew, power duos. Oh my goodness! I can't wait to introduce to you Dr. Todd and Swehla Hunt. Hello, guys.
Hello,
Hi, how
everybody. Thank
are you?
you.
Thanks for joining me on the Anna Lindsay Show. You guys, you know how I feel about you. You're so amazing in so many different ways, and I cannot wait to share who you are, here on the show.
Well, thank you. We're happy to be on the show, Anna. And like I said, we're excited to be here. Thank you for having us on here.
You are
Very excited.
welcome. You are welcome. I'm gonna put on my glasses. You guys know I need my glasses.
Ooh,
Love your glasses.
I
Okay.
love it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, so what you guys been up to?
Wow. A whole lot lately.
You've been filming and go ahead, Todd.
We just finished up one of our films for STC Films, if you can see right here. That's our film company, work with Corleone the Don. Yeah, shout out to my boy over there. That's our third partner there. And basically, in essence, we finished with the Church Life Chronicles. You can see back here one of our films that we have. There's a TV series that we're doing. We just finished up the second episode, and it's fun. It's real, but it's got a nice theme. It's kind of old school, but it's kind of fun. So it's a fun film. It's not what you think it is when you see it. It's not messy like that.
It's
Yes.
actually, I think it's really gooey. I mean, there's
Really?
there's so many, yeah, there's like a lot of things that I think most people could relate to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great dramedy. So it's drama but comedy.
Of
And
drama and comedy.
yeah,
But
dramedy. It's I love it.
Good.
So I do, and I think that you'll love it too,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot. And then we're very excited because our first episode, I put our first episode in a Kwanzaa Movie Festival, and it
Yes.
was, selected to be in the festival. So we're like really excited about that, and you know,
That is something to be very excited and proud of. But you guys have oh my goodness, your credentials and work is extensive. Man, let me tell you, I don't know who to start with first.
start with my wife. I was ladies
Ladies,
first. Yeah.
ladies first, right? Okay. Swella Hunt is a renowned music
recording artist.
recording artist.
Mhm.
You have conducted choirs, you have done show choir camps, you have done compositions, and let's get into it. The lapping,
Mhm.
the American medley.
Oh yeah, My American Medley was able to do that for President Bush.
Mm-hmm,
Uh-huh.
mm-hmm.
That was amazing. That was amazing. That was a great moment because when I was 8,
Oh,
um,
right.
I always wanted to. I love to write music anyway. So when I was 8, I said I really wanted to inspire a president. I wanted to sing for a president, not to show off, but to, just inspire and encourage. And God made that happen.
Yes.
Um, I'm just really excited about that. So we don't have time for the story, but the main thing is that, Senator Chuck Hagel called and asked if we could do it from hearing us sing at other events.
Yes.
So that was amazing. That was amazing.
I mean, and to have that planet, I feel like, I'm just gonna say, I feel like God plants things in our hearts. And it is so amazing to watch him develop it and
Yes.
so, and
Mhm.
that happened for you.
And it happened twice because it happened when I was in college. I was in the concert choir, and I won't forget when they said, "We're going to be singing for President Clinton." And I was like, "What?" I mean, we were like so excited because we sang for the NAACP,
Mhm.
you know, when it was on TV, the banquet. I don't know if you know, but they used to have this actually I'm sorry about that. It was a UNCF banquet that they used to have, and it was televised. We ended up singing for that. A lot of HBCUs were, you know, of
Mhm.
course, chosen. Oakwood University was chosen. When I was there, it was Oakwood College, and so that was great. But I thought that was it. That I was like, okay, this was great. I've eaten with them. I've sung. I mean, God, you really did this. And then boom, here I come.
He did it again.
You
As,
do it
as a
again, and then
as a
you're
soloist,
requested,
yeah,
huh?
you were requested as a soloist, right?
Yeah, the choir, my choir was well, yes, we were all requested. So, and I would sing solos for the choir and with the choir and things like that. They'd be my backups. So it just that was amazing too. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing, and
Sure,
here's
sure.
the whole thing that I love about this story
Yeah.
is that I want to share with the world. And here it is. When you have an opportunity, when you have a moment, right? This was even before the moment. And my husband, oh, he's probably going to chime in. I always told the choir to practice like something's getting ready to happen.
Mhm.
So just because they were at lunch at work and we're doing choir rehearsal at
Mhm.
this,
Big
uh,
company.
huge, five uh Fortune 500 company,
Mhm.
they didn't really think anything of it, right? And I was like, no, we have to take this rehearsal seriously. And that led us to so many things until it led us to the President of the United States. So everything that you do, take it seriously because God is going to open up a door for you with all of your hard work, with your sincerity. And
Mhm.
that's what I love. That's my takeaway from that moment.
Mhm.
Because God, He'll know that you're serious. I'm sorry. I know it's not my show, but
No,
I just had to put
do
that
not
plug.
apologize because this is what the show is about, is to inform and to highlight. And this is why I want you guys on the show, is because
Mhm.
you've accomplished a lot. You're a wealth of information and experience that can help others. And that's what the Anna Lindsay show is about. So thank you. Thank you for
You're
sharing.
welcome.
I'm going to add to that because you, obviously you said you have to lay the groundwork, you have to put in the work, but I feel like God gives it to those he can trust,
Yeah.
and he knows that he can trust you.
Hmm.
You're gonna care for it. You're gonna
That's right. That's right.
you're gonna care for it, and you have.
I
It
have.
shows, right, throughout your
I
life.
really have. I mean, I
Yeah.
take I take what I do very seriously. I mean, even our little plan just a few minutes ago, you heard me. I mean, I
Yeah.
take it seriously. I'm a very happy-go-lucky person, but when it comes to my singing, or if I'm composing or doing a workshop or preaching or speak, whatever I'm doing, plays, writing, whatever I'm doing, I take it seriously
Yeah.
because you don't know how God's gonna open up a door. You never know. You think you're gonna be a film director and God may have you be doing something else. Like I ended up in Africa, you know what I'm saying, in February.
What were you doing in Africa?
I was
Evangelism.
singing and speaking, and I was an evangelist.
Oh, wow.
And
And the
this was
Philippines.
just this February. Ended up in Ghana and in Cebu, and it was the most amazing thing.
Mhm.
Singing, preaching, inspiring,
Yes.
just all up in the culture, going to their homes. I mean, it was just like amazing. I mean,
Awesome.
but guess what God did on the way back? I've always wanted to go to Dubai. Boom.
Oh, went to
Dubai. I
Dubai.
mean, it's like God kept on giving me nuggets. I
Yeah.
mean, like thank you notes along
Yes.
the trip. So yeah, that was amazing. Almost 30 baptisms. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
excited about that.
That is. That's awesome. Yeah, so you're full.
Yeah, I'm full. I'm full.
You're full right now. Yes,
I
yes.
am.
That is awesome. That's an amazing experience.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's just go on. You have at least at this moment, you can help me out, 2 CD projects,
Mm-hmm.
unique, um, unique God, right?
Yeah, Unique Eye was my first one, and
Okay.
then my second one is Satisfied. That my second one, um, that's out. You can, it's on Spot. It's wherever you want to look for me. You can Google my name, and
Mm-hmm.
it's this is there. You can find it. But Spotify, you can create a Pandora station. You
Mm-hmm.
can iTunes, so say you want to buy a tune, just whatever you would like to do. But I'm excited about that because you can listen to me any way you want to.
Mm-hmm. And you should, audience. You really should. I did. I did. We were just together in Atlanta, and that's where you guys reside now,
Yeah.
at a play. You performed. I was acting. Todd
Hmm.
was there, just cheering us on,
Yeah.
cheering us on. And, I love the connection there. Satisfied. I was able to go on Amazon. It was an easy process. And let me just highlight what I felt. I, your voice is angelic. You
Mm,
probably heard that many times.
you.
I'm thinking, I'm hoping. Yeah. Anyway,
I
angelic.
have. I've heard it a lot, but
Okay.
praise God.
Yes. Meaning he's using you. It's
Mhm.
light. I just got light. I mean, when I, especially satisfied.
I've heard that too.
Yeah,
Praise God.
yeah. Okay,
Yes.
come on now, come on.
Hmm.
And of course, inspirational. So
Mm.
I wanted to just share is that I see why the gift that God has given you. I see why you have moved into rooms and opportunities that you have. Along with
Thank you.
along with your heart, because when our hearts matched, you know, the gift, then
Mhm.
it does what it's supposed to do, right, guys?
That's right.
It does exactly what it's supposed to do. You're right on
Hmm.
point, Anna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So anyway, definitely you guys get satisfied. I mean, it was just so soothing. The kids, I mean, my kids will love it. You're also a school teacher. You're a school music major, and I can go on with the list of the names of the schools, but I want to make sure I got all of my points in, or your professions in. But you're also a school teacher. Are you still a school teacher, Swela?
Yeah.
Oh, those
I'm
kids are.
still a school teacher. I'm a music teacher, but they know that they learn way more than music in the
Mhm.
class. But because I believe in that, um, I believe in interdisciplinary collaboration. I do. Music is one of those things that actually is well, it really is the only subject that is able to cross disciplines in
Oh,
most of them. Yeah, because even in the core subjects, you write,
okay.
there's math, there's the culture, the history, there's science, of course,
Hmm.
there's um activity as far as even PE, you know what I'm saying? Even the dance and those sort of things. So now we call ourselves, they call us performing arts teachers. And then there's the acting as well. So there's a lot to be gained in being a part of that type of
Hmm.
experience. And
I can
yeah.
see that. One of the reasons why I got into acting is, or it's because it builds self-confidence,
Hmm.
and our kids need that. And
They really do.
Todd, we haven't gotten to you as of, as of yet, but I know that that's dear to your heart too, is mentoring and working with the youth as well.
Hmm.
Yes.
Guys are,
We, as a couple, we've
yes,
always done. We've always worked with youth. That's been our thing,
mm-hmm.
and a lot of youth have been. I don't want to say they've been touched by us, but they have been inspired, through the experiences that they have had,
Uh-huh.
and we love them. They're all of our children, and we are excited that God has given us the opportunity. If we sat and talked about the kids that have come through our mentorship program, it's amazing. It's really amazing, and they're doing well.
Right.
I'm proud of them, and um, you don't you like, as far as children of our own, that's for another time,
Mhm.
another podcast. But those children have become our children,
Mhm.
and it's just beautiful.
That's
um it's just beautiful. So now
that's
some of them are doing graphic art design, and they're engineers, and they're, just all, I mean, all walks, too. I mean, different educational backgrounds, different cognitive. I'm trying to say it in a different, but
mhm.
God is just, it's amazing. They're all successful.
That is amazing. Just,
Yeah.
just to be able to pour out, pour,
Right.
and that's what you guys do,
Mm-hmm.
you do that. And I think you've, reading some of your story, you are, your heart is restoring hearts. I thought that was interesting. Your heart is restoring minds,
Yeah,
and your heart is restoring dreams. I think I read that.
you did. Those are the three things: hearts, dreams, mind. That's what it is. Even in teaching in the day, I want to restore that, because so many people have lost that
Mhm.
joy,
Right.
and or they come empty. So many kids come empty,
Mhm.
and so I want, when they come to my class or when they come in my presence,
Mhm.
that they're filled up, that they are inspired to be, but start living who you're going to be now. So that's one of the main things that I do with my hundreds of students. That's what
Mhm.
I do with them each year. Um, Inspire them. I want to know, what is it that drives them? What is it? Whatever drives you, you need to figure out what you want to do with that passion, you
Yeah.
know, and then start working on it now. So when I'm talking to my kids and they say I want to play football, I I talk to them like they are football players. That I wait a minute, how are you going to be like this? You're going to be on the NFL, and they're just like, what? That's like,
Right.
but this
Right.
is how I talk to them, and they get it together too. I'm like, hey, I was going to be watching you on TV. Come
Yeah.
on, you got to
Yeah.
get it together. Get your thing. Get your, so this is how I treat them.
Mhm.
And doing it with, of course, with my with our coaching clients as well. I mean, it's just, people have to be who feel begin to feel free to be who they are,
Mhm.
and satisfied. It goes back to the album. Satisfied, once you're able to be restored like that, you
Mhm.
will be satisfied. You
Mhm.
will know who you are, who you belong to, child of God. You will know all those things
Mhm.
once someone has taken the time to
Mhm.
take you down that lane. So the songs do that, Lead Me, O Lord, and
Mhm.
some of those songs. But then if you've never heard Satisfied, when you're in my classes or you're in my movies or whatever experience you're in with me,
Mhm.
that's my prayer, that you're going to be restored to be who you're called to be. So that's it.
That's amazing. And you're equipped to do that. So that's coming together. That's the pieces that brings it
That's
together,
it.
right? Being equipped
Yeah,
to do it. And I
that's
mean,
right.
obviously you've had your life journey that,
Mhm.
because we all have a journey,
Yeah, we do.
that, but we don't give up. We go
Mhm.
ahead. Were you going to say something?
No, I was just gonna. I'm going along with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
We
don't give up. Go
yeah,
ahead.
we take the journey, we learn, and for those who are open to learn, and then we're able to pour out and get back with it. So we touched on it a little there. You guys do writing. You write plays. You have a film entertainment group company.
Yes, we have a this
You have
SBC Films.
STC Films.
STC Films.
Mhm.
Tell me about this gospel pup and gospel dog.
Well, we basically, in essence, we did this animation called Gospel Pup, and it's about people changing their lives, but we do it in an urban
Children.
way. And we don't see a lot of our faces in a lot of these things as Christians. So we try to put a lot of, all colors, but primarily we emphasize more of us so that way our kids can get more self-esteem that you too have Jesus and you can display that. And the kids really responded to that. So Gospel Pup is like a real big part of our lives there.
Okay.
Especially with
Can
how we
I
relate
say
to young
more
people.
about it?
Yes, go ahead.
Gospel Pup came at a time when um number one, I saw the need for, because I'm with children all the time.
Mhm.
I saw the need for the children to have good morals
Oh,
and values and those kind of things. And so and then they didn't, as far as church was concerned, so public, I wanted them to have good morals, learn to make good decisions and choices. When it came time for then at church, I just didn't feel like they knew the Bible.
mm,
So um I talked to my husband and I was like, you know what, we need to do something. We really need to do something. And I was bringing these things to him, and he was hearing stories from my students and things like that. So he not to be funny, but he got laid off. I mean, you know what? It was so serious that God was like, yeah, we need to do this. So thank you for doing it, for taking the call. So my husband, I didn't mean for him to get laid off, but that's what happened. He got laid off and he had time to get the process started
that's awesome.
while I was at work, because that's literally what happened. And
Sometimes your catastrophes are your best blessings for you.
Oh
right,
yeah,
So
yeah.
I want to encourage everybody that you know what, when,
right,
when when something bad happens for you, say all things work for the good of them when you're called for a purpose.
that's right.
When you're called, it's gonna work out in your favor because you got purpose. And when you got
And
purpose, God's just giving you a break. So don't especially during this time frame, a lot of you all are going through some tough times with what you're seeing.
Absolutely.
God's giving you a break from that to reset you for something better for you. But go ahead.
yeah,
And for
and that's
something that
the
he
purpose,
already,
right?
He's
yes,
gonna
exactly.
repurpose that. Amen. Speak
That's
it.
that's right. And it's been beautiful because, you know, my husband would do the animation. Sometimes he did the story, but this is how it started for us. He
Uh-huh.
would do the animation. He started off doing some of the stories, but then I started doing more of the stories, writing them because it was a lot of work to do the animation.
Okay.
So he ended up doing that. So then we started playing them for different events, a lot of different events. Church, if you had like vacation Bible school, we actually did a whole program for vacation Bible school. The kids cried, because we had to shut down the camp because it was over. I mean, so we knew it was a hit.
Mm-hmm.
But then their parents began to be inspired by the same information.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were asking, do you have another one? Do you have another CD? Do you have another one? Because I like that story when we're like, whoa, this is for the kids.
Yeah,
But
the parents were learning Bible stories too. So we do it in a
Yeah.
way that is short, attention span. You can
hmm
see it on YouTube. Go up there and see Gospel Pup, Todd Hunt, Swehla Hunt there, and
yeah.
you'll be able to see it. And I hope you get inspired by it and share it with somebody. They're nice little shorts that can make people know about God and know about values. Because today's day and age, values are missing.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah.
talking about biblical values, not homemade values, made up
Yeah.
values.
You
We're
know,
talking.
like lying and, stuff like that, stealing. I mean, and I know people are like, no, we don't really do it, but, maybe you do,
Uh-huh.
so you, you
You're
know,
right. And
because
and that's there on where
Yeah,
would
so,
they be able to see that?
yeah, you can see it on
Google
YouTube right
it,
now. Yeah, Google
Gospel
it,
Pup.
Gospel
We're
Pup.
the only
Gospel
Gospel Pup.
Pop and Gospel Dog, right? I can't.
Now,
Yeah,
Gospel Dog is for older children. So
Okay.
I would say middle school up, because the older children were a little upset that they didn't have any, so then we did something with Gospel Dog. It starts off boom with the rap and stuff. And okay,
Uh-huh.
but so that's fun, and it has stories that will help, scenarios that will help them to figure out
it was really
and get
crazy when
their.
birthday parties would occur. People, the parents would call me up and say, "Hey, can you do the Gospel Pup for my daughter?" And I'd be like, "Really?" Or son. And I'd be like, "Okay." And so I had to do, "Hello, boys and girls. This is Gospel Pup." And so they would like, "Oh," and the kids would be shocked. They'd be like, "Oh, it's Gospel Pup. How you doing, Sarah?" Those kind of things. And so
We do.
it was a
Mhm.
lot of fun, a lot of fun. And my wife wrote the song for it. We need good character.
So you would do it like live? I mean, I know you
Yeah.
said it would be clips, but
We
you
have live
perform
shows
it,
too.
live shows as
Yeah,
well?
Mhm.
yeah, we do
I
have live
told
shows.
my
We
husband
actually have
I
a
missed it.
puppet. Yeah.
Yeah, we have puppets, and it's a puppet show, but the parents love it. They
Oh,
they
yeah.
love it themselves, and I'm
Hmm.
just like, whoa, really?
Oh,
They're like, we love these shows.
Yeah.
Like, you
'Cause-
got to do them. So, they really were even, helpful during COVID
mm-hmm.
for different. They've been lasting a long time.
That's
And
cool.
they're a little older than COVID, but
Way
they
older than COVID.
yeah, but they were helpful because everybody was on their technology back
Mm-hmm.
then. So, but yeah, you all should go check it out. I've even played them at work, and the kids they don't want to do their lesson. They want to do
They
gospel.
want the gospel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like, guys, I mean, so but it's great. We enjoy writing, we enjoy singing, we enjoy. My husband didn't know he was a writer, but I know he says I pushed him into it. But I'm a teacher, so
Drag me into it's more better term right there.
but I can see people's potential. I know.
Uh-huh.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? That's my
Yes,
job.
that's the
She
teacher, right?
married me. That was a lot of potential right there.
I can see that. I can see that because you're just meeting you, Todd, your energy. You have, high inspiring energy, and I could just see you guys, how you guys bounce off of one another and make what you do, your projects work because you do several projects together.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, can you say like pretty much most of your projects together?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Sometimes we do them separate for a minute, but we always come back together. It's kind of like a
Mhm.
bad breakup.
And speaking of, you have another venture and ongoing venture, and that is sustain the change.
Yes, our speakers bureau. It's really, really, really exciting. I'll talk a little bit about this.
Sure, go for it.
We have a speakers bureau, and it's Christian based, so that, don't have to worry about anything going wrong, folk. They can go anywhere. They even go to public schools and stuff. And some of them, like we have Joe Kibble of Take Six, he's on it. If you know Dr. Eric Thomas, his mom's with us. We worked with Eric Thomas before he became E.T. the hip hop preacher. Shout out to my boy. He
We
just
went
hit
to
me up.
college with them.
We all went to college together. Then I got Desmond Pringle. Those are, I think, some of the people. He won a Grammy too. And people are saying, well, how'd you get these guys? Because they saw me work with Dr. Thomas. These are wonderful people. I got some phenomenal speakers. Whatever it takes to bring out to your church, I'm telling you, folk, you won't want to miss these things. Because, like I said, and it's a great price point. People are saying, well, what are you talking about? I'm not trying to make it overly expensive or, like 40, 50. I know how much they get paid, but we try to make it where, hey, it's affordable, where you can have it at your local church or whatever the case may be. But we want to spread the gospel in different ways and inspire people to change their lives for the positive. And we did this thing called Sustain the Change, and it went out really good here in Chesapeake
Yeah, we
before
did a
COVID.
conference.
COVID kind of killed everything at that point because we were just getting started, and COVID hit soon after that. But we do have speaking engagement. We do online stuff. So, like I said, if you wanted to call us online, I can get them for you. Just pick one of them. In fact, I tell everybody I like to mess with this person. Even Ice Cube's cousin is with us. His first
Okay.
cousin.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So this is you have a website that,
Yes.
Hmm.
and it is, tell us the website.
Sustain the change.
SustainTheChanges.com.
So if someone needed and were wanting a motivational speaker,
Mm-hmm.
they can go to your website, and
Mm-hmm.
you have several that are ready, equipped, ready
And
to.
they're speakers, but they're also life coaches.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was sustain the change. That's a powerful story too. Well, I'm gonna say it real quick, Tom. It's gonna be the quickest you've heard it. I'm gonna just
You're
say.
fine. I love it. I love it.
So here's the thing. This is all I'm gonna say. My husband and I. This is a good thing, but you should know what it came out of.
Sure.
Sustain the change. My husband and I have gone through a loss of a lot of children.
Oh.
So when we had our last stillborn, we had two with the twins, and when we had that one, I could already start feeling like, I mean, it was really at that moment, Anna, too. I was like, I can feel myself getting ready to be depressed, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't even want to go there. So I told my husband, "Hey, let's let's take our, sadness, pour into other people and help them with their pain,
Mhm.
but then help to sustain their change." So that's really what we wanted to do. So because we knew that a lot of people were going through different situations in life, period, but they were stuck in their crisis or whatever. And just like we didn't want to be stuck, we didn't even allow ourselves to be stuck 5 minutes because
Wow.
we knew it was gonna happen.
Mhm.
So as soon as I got home, I was laying in bed. It may have been the first or second day. I mean, it was quick. I was still in pain myself, but I was like, Todd, let's do something with this energy. Let's turn it. And so then uh
Turning negative energy into positive
into
energy.
positive energy. Exactly.
Energy can be used either for the good or for the evil.
Hmm.
I just want to let you know that so your pain can be used for purpose.
Yeah.
A lot of
And
great things can happen, and that's what people don't understand. Like I said, all things work for the good. Like I said, when I lost my job there, guess what? Gospel Pup
Boom.
came.
Gospel pup.
Lost
Yep.
my last child there, guess what? Ooh, Sustain the Change came, and it's making difference in life. So it's sustaining changes in your life.
mhm.
That's
Keep you on that right track because there's so many things getting you off the track, and once you get off the track, you get bad habits that keep you there. So we give
Mhm.
you techniques so you can get out of those things, so you can be what God called you to be.
and
And you,
then we're continually there for you too. Like some conferences you're there for a minute, you know what I mean? And oh, that was great. And but this, you have a panel of people, uh therapists, and well, we're mostly coaches, but there's a few that are therapists
Hmm.
as well. So, and licensed, we're licensed. So we're not just went through something and we're
And
helping
we
you.
have licensed therapists on our
We're
staff.
licensed.
So
Yeah.
You know, if you want need a therapist, we got some. So,
We're here.
we got you. We're looking out for you. We're trying to get the total you, whatever it takes. And some of the people have gone through some stuff too. A lot of our speakers have gone through, and when you hear their story, it's like, wow,
Mhm.
wow. Because everybody thinks just because you're great, everything was great for you. No, there's some tragedy behind that, folk.
That's
That's
true.
right.
There's some
All
sad.
of this is birthed out of something, and most
That's
of my
right.
birthed out of pain. But you know what I see? A lot of times when you go through, especially something, and I'm so sorry that you guys had experienced that, and
Mhm.
I'm proud of you, and just with you, the fact that you don't see a lot of couples do it together.
Mhm.
You guys
Mm,
came together and said, "No, we're gonna do this together." That's
yes.
that's a
Yes.
testament. I mean, when you said that, that's just to see that. I
Mm,
wanted to, emphasize that for our audience. A lot of times it could break people up, and you guys
yes.
Yeah.
stay together and say, "No, we're gonna do this together." So I think
Thank you, Anna.
that's something that you're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for sharing it.
Mhm.
You're welcome. And I know that Anna has a lot different. It's hard to ask questions because
No.
we do a lot of different things, but the
Mhm.
whole thing is they all go together. And what it is that it's to restore you all. That's what it is. We will do a movie to restore you, a coaching session, a song, uh, animation, a book. My book is going to be coming out soon. I mean, there's so many things that we do just to inspire you and to get you motivated to be living your epic life. That's
Mm.
what this whole thing is about. So don't get caught up in Swayla and Todd do 10 things. Just know that everything that we're doing is for you, to restore you to be the whole person that you are supposed to be.
And if you are that 10 thing person and you're wondering, man, I need to stick to one thing, listen, God created you. Enjoy the ride,
Mm.
which much is given, much is required. Have you heard about the talents? If you use that one, he's going to multiply it, folks. What
That's
you
right.
started off with is not how you're going to end up with. And people will say, well, how did you do that? That was never in you. Yeah, I never saw. I am not a writer. My wife is the writer. But because I was using my talent, God says, you're the writer this day and you get anointed. And when that anointing is on you, it transforms. I mean, I know we're not talking about me yet, but I'll just say a little bit there. When we started off, Brother Man on the fifth floor, shout out for Reggie Ballard.
Mhm.
He heard one of our scripts and said, Todd, I love it. Don't change a thing. Now let me tell you, the first time I did it to my other comedian friends, they Todd, it was horrible. What? But then when they did it, Todd,
Mhm.
don't change a thing reminds me of Martin. That's okay, God. We're gonna ride this thing out. We're gonna go as far as you send us, not as far as what we think. See, and that's our problem. You know what? First time, second time, third time, it may not be good, but keep doing it if God calls you because He's trying to perfect you.
That's it.
A lot of people don't know when ET first started out, he brought a lot of energy, but he became ET because he kept going out there because God called him, and you can see that transformation happen. Now the dude's a beast. I mean, and you can see God just blessing him and stuff. And like I said, and having a chance, the opportunity to see your friends do that. I mean, even seeing Joey, even see a lot of people. People say, "Well, you named no." I saw them before they were great.
Mhm.
And guess what? We work with kids before they were great. When people give them to, they give a lot of times they give up on their children. Like, Todd, do something with this.
Yeah.
Swayla, do something with this. And we're like, oh, and we're on our knees praying. And every Tuesday night, just want to give a shout out here. We give
Mhm.
back to the community that don't charge anybody anything from 6 to 6:30 every Tuesday night Eastern Standard Time. If you want to change your child, hit us up and we'll get you in a session. And I get a group session there. We just make a responsibility session. And it's changed so many lives. I'm telling you, it's just been so amazing. I mean, I got kids working for Microsoft and stuff. And you know what? People like saying, well, how do you do it? I don't do it. God does it because we invest in their dreams. Folk,
Mhm.
their kids are not going to get there by accident.
No.
Kids are an investment. You invest if even if the craziest idea, invest in it because
Mhm.
that's their dream. That's what God called me. Just because you don't believe, see, if you could see it, that's the problem. Because you see with your children
Yeah.
every day. Like, oh
Mhm.
no, it ain't that. I mean, I'm going to say this real quick. My wife got scarred in her life. Okay. You're seeing the blessing after the blessing. She
Mhm.
had a teacher tell her, you're not smart in math. So for
She
the
said
rest
I
of her
was
life,
stupid, is what she said.
yeah. And for the rest of her life, she thought she was stupid because a teacher told her that. Then one day, she got a
Another
math class because she had to pass that was it PTSD, whatever that was?
PPST,
PPA, yeah, that thing. And she couldn't pass it. Because the negativities was stored up. Then she found out one day she was really good at math, and the kids are being blessed by it. She passed the test, and she found out why. Don't let people stomp your dream. You're just not
getting
good at the
A's in math.
moment. I want
That's
to tell
right.
people, you know what? When you drive a car, everybody takes a driver's test, right? So just because you don't pass the test or something that they don't mean that's the rest of your life. How many crazy people do you see on the road? Okay? So that's my point there, but keep on going. Listen, like I said, I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Anna. Sorry.
No, that's great. That's great. Do you mind mentioning that Tuesday service that you do again?
Yes, Tuesday night there. Basically, if you want to hit me up there, hit me up at
Go
SW. What?
go
Uh,
to sustain the changes
yes.
Sustain the
for
change.
everything. We
Okay.
don't like to give a whole lot of different emails and then
Okay.
people confuse. Sustain the changes
And you'll see it all.
at gmail.com is how you can email us, or just go to sustainthechanges.com
Fill
and
out the form, put out the
hook us up,
request out there. Yeah.
talk to us, and we'll get you going. You know,
Awesome.
yeah.
Thanks. That works. That works. Hey, well, let's talk about Mr. Todd Hunt,
Woo.
Mr. Radio host personality himself.
Wow.
And
Okay.
we started doing that together too. I got it. I
Oh
drove
yes,
the
we we
radio too.
we, we were on the radio in Omaha, Nebraska. I forgot the call out the station, whatever. We had a nice little radio show. We had like the worst time, like 7 o'clock on a Saturday night,
Yeah.
and they ended up putting it on Sunday morning. Hallelujah! Come on, folks.
We
Don't it
respect
doesn't matter where you start. It just matters how you take that opportunity. So if you're a singer singing in front of one person, don't get discouraged. That one person is going to be, because if you can sing in front of one person and entertain them, guess what? You can sing in front of
Oh,
8,000
yeah.
people. I'm a witness
Yeah,
because
you
I saw
can.
my wife do it.
Hmm.
When she sang for Bush, 8,000 people stood up and applauded her. Come on, folks. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Let me turn it back over to you there.
No,
I get
you are
excited about my
that
God.
that is amazing. That is amazing. So I have Abundant Life radio show. Are
Yep.
you
That was our show
that was
together.
your show
Yeah.
That
together?
was our show together, and it started off. It always starts with me, Anna. Someone will ask me to do it, and I do. I'm like, Todd,
Kicking and
we
screaming.
have a
Kicking and
radio.
screaming.
He's like,
This
did they ask you, or did they ask us? And I'm like, well, you know how it goes.
Yeah, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. But what does it say? He who finds a wife finds
find is a good thing.
and find favor. So Todd knows where his favor is.
Yeah.
So just it's okay. You're gonna do this with me. And that's it. The first radio experience I was a producer of a radio show, but
Oh wow.
then they asked me to do a radio show, and I was like, hey, my husband would be good with this. His voice, again, finding his potential. His
Mhm.
voice is this, his voice, and then boom, we did People Love the Radio Show, and we had it, Anna, up until we moved.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's there and it served its purpose, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Serves its purpose, and we keep going. And we talked about the collaborations that
Hmm.
you've been with some notable
Hmm.
figures,
Yeah.
and you have a special take on that.
Well, I tell people this is when whatever you find your hand to do with all your might. This is the secret, folks. God says that in scripture. Whatever you're going to do, put everything you have in it. Even
Mhm.
if you're not good at it, because guess what? You're going to get better. I'm a basketball coach too. And I tell kids, I'm going to run you because it's not the kid who starts off with the best talent that makes it the one that's most determined.
Mhm.
And you got to understand and determine if you really want to do this, you may not start off good, whatever you do, but you got to keep doing it to get better. Folks,
Mhm.
you got to keep studying to show that self-approval to God to get better. And that's how it started out. And next thing you know, you start finding yourself in circles like, wow, how did I get here? Right?
Mhm.
I think we talked about one of them, I'll tell this real quick. And I worked at a company, and basically, I had the brothers luncheon. What was that? I like to support black businesses whenever I can because a lot of people don't. I said once a month we're gonna find a black business, a place that sells, food, whatever, restaurant, and we're just gonna support and say thank you. And once a month, all the brothers that we got together did that. And we got together and said, I want to do something more. And of course, the brothers were like, yeah, 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 yeah. I said, let's go out to the schools, guys. And then one of them was going out to schools. He was a big time exec. Nah, man, you can't handle it. I was like, what? Yeah, dude, I got not realizing. Guess what, folks? I was working with kids even after college. So I was ready for the moment. So when he
Uh-huh.
was talking, he was just seeing me and sitting in the chair. He didn't know my gifts. That's okay. I'm good with it. He says, okay, you know what? I'm gonna call you. And of course, brothers, when you get together, just like ooh ah. So the egos got in there. So I'm just gonna put that out there. And then, several months passed away, and then all of a sudden he's like, called me up at my desk. Hey, now is the time. I'm like, what? Yeah, meet me at 6. I was like, okay. I called my wife. I'm gonna be late, and she's like, you gonna be late? What you gonna be doing? I was like, sweetheart, I gotta speak. Okay, you ready? I said, are you ready? I was born ready. And you know what? He said, Ty, you only got 5 minutes. Don't go over, don't go under. And I bet you these kids are gonna boo you off the stage. All these parents and kids, you ain't gonna make it. I said, that's all right. Take the challenge.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, yeah, that's like, I'm a gamer. I'm like, hey, oh, you know what? I was born for this. And then, I never, of course, I prayed, because I said, God, we can't mess this thing. I can't mess up your opportunity with me getting in the way. And ended up speaking 5 minutes and got a standing ovation. And this
Mhm.
dude right next to me raised his hand and said, that's the dude we want. Next thing I know, he had me wrapped around and said, hey, dude, I picked this dude up myself and stuff like that. And I got involved with this thing called the Winner's Circle in Omaha, Nebraska. Great program, Cookie. And I didn't realize, when you do stuff for God, God gives you the hookup. Okay, I'm not rich, but when you do stuff for God, what am I saying? I didn't know they were the best friends of Warren Buffett. I didn't know that Cookie every year when she had her little bridge tournaments, not little by the way, guess who showed up? Warren Buffett and Bill Gates.
Okay. In the rooms, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And she said, Todd, I want you to meet them. Then when I moved down here, so kind of my wife kind of mad at me because all that kind of great stuff stopped a little bit.
It's
But God's
fine.
got greater for you because say, I'm not done with you all yet. See,
Hmm.
a lot of times you get stuck in the past when you lose something or you go somewhere like, oh, I would have been better. No, you know what? You're better wherever God sends you, folk.
Hmm.
You just got to take your assignment and don't be afraid of taking the little things and growing. Just like when my wife pulled me into a theater club that she was doing. Excuse me. Yeah, I was kicking the scripts like, sweetheart, I'm driving you to the place. Why do I need to be in the play? Oh, you're gonna be great. Yeah,
Keep going, tell the story. Now look at you, actor, filmmaker. Come
Mhm.
on. Go ahead, actor.
Yeah, so what happened was she dropped me in this thing here. I'm like, Sway, I'm driving you because you were scared of these people. You didn't know who they were. I get it. I'm your protector. And he said, oh, my husband can act. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. And like, oh, no, we got a part just for you. It's a little part and stuff. I was like, okay. And then I acted and got in there. It was a great stage play there. The Secret. And I got a chance to work with Bow-Legged Lou. For those of you that know, if you watch
As the
House Party,
person.
he was part of Full Force and stuff that was great. And Dr. Deatra Hicks, who worked with Tyler Perry. See how God opens it up? And I was kicking and screaming. I didn't want to do this.
Mhm.
But if you're gonna do it, go all in, folk, and see what
Yeah.
God's gonna do. Don't be staying mad. Just say, I got mad, but I changed my attitude.
Have you always had the courage to,
No.
no?
No,
No,
let me tell you something,
that's
folks.
why God put him with me because he hasn't.
Let me explain something to everybody. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Hmm.
That's faith. And we're people of faith. That means you know that you don't have that ability. Let's not forget. We talked about this before. I was not the smartest cookie in the jar. I almost flunked out the first grade. It wasn't for my mom praying for me, I would never had any brains. Why do you say that? Because my mom was literally praying for me. Lord, please give this brother some brains for a whole year. And everything changed after that. See, the Bible says something real carefully. Anyone who lacks wisdom, asks for it, and God gives it out liberally. I'm a witness. Let me tell you another thing, too. We're going to throw some extra in. Is that all right, Anna?
It is perfectly okay.
Before Dr. Eric Tom, I'm going to say this on the air, okay? And E.T. will tell you this. The first time I met E.T., really met him. We met before, but we didn't really like hang out like that.
Mhm.
This dude, he flunked the test he cheated on. I'm gonna say it. I was like, oh man, this dude ain't gonna make it. And he was arguing about who got the highest F. I was like, oh no. I called my mom up and said, I may be in the wrong school because we got guys cheating on test and flunking it. But that was the perfect spot. See, now he's Dr. Eric Thomas. Now you see him going out in the world. And I'm telling folk, don't be worried about where you're. That's just your placement at that time for you. You're just not applying yourself. You're not making the changes in your life to move the needle. See, everybody's got to move the needle. If you change one variable about yourself, it should go positive or negative. People say, well, what do you mean by that, Todd? If I change one thing about you, it should take you up or down. If it takes you neutral, it didn't do nothing for you. So think about what your choices are. Think about what things are moving the needle in your life. Are you going to change it to see what happens? Or are you going to stay the same? Because remember, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. You got to, those cycles don't get broken because you're going to do the same thing you did yesterday and expecting something better. That's insanity, folks. Look, Anna, you're growing.
Mhm.
Swehla, you're growing. You know, my wife, oh, should I? And we're all going to have fearful moments, but God is not a God of fear. He's a God of love, and perfect love driveth out all fear.
Mhm.
See, fear only came into this earth when sin came. You can look it up, but I'll turn it back over to you, Anna, there on that one.
Yeah, yeah. I felt like I was, in the motivational room right there. I seen the platform. Seen the platform. Thank you for sharing that.
Hmm.
Yes. I mean, all of it. All of it. Someone needed to hear that. Someone needed to hear that about their kid too,
Yeah,
you know?
and I work with them, Anna. I work with them. They give me, hey, Ty. It's like the first thing you gotta do is pray. Talk to God. What should I do with this? And then God will give it to you. It, and sometimes, because some of us, we got stuff that hinders our prayer. Yeah, you can read it in the scripture. I won't go into that right now. And you gotta say, Lord, take whatever's in me out of me or reveal it to me so that way I can be used by you. And you gotta pray that because self gets in the way so many times. I can't, sometimes you preach and be flat because you got full of yourself. You didn't
Mhm.
stay humble. Oh man, I thought I could hit this part. No, you know what? Every time I do a film or anything like that, there's always this thing of, okay, Todd, this is not me, this is God. And let me tell you, fear does creep in. But I say I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. And once I know that God is with me, my confidence is not in Todd. It's not in the things I work with or who I know. It's the fact that if I know God is with me, it's going to be all right. And that's the journey I want to encourage everybody to take. As long as you know you're with God and God is with you, ask for a sign. There's nothing wrong with asking for a sign, Lord, because you got a lot of stuff in front of you. Some of y'all may be picking a bad brother right now because you didn't ask for a sign or you're hoping, you're looking at the wrong sign. But Lord, reveal to me if this is for me because I'd rather be in your will than in your way because this is going to be my problem after that because I
Oh,
chose it, not
sure.
God. You know what I'm saying? How many times I've done that myself. And don't get mad because guess what? God's a forgiving God and a loving God. And he's like, okay, Todd, you ready to listen now? Think about the prodigal son. The- it was a relationship with the Father and us. That's really what it was. The Father was representing God, how he did with it. You want to leave me? Okay, I'm going to still send some blessings along with it. That's why people take their talent and it gets wasted. And then they realize, it's better for me to go back to church or back home. And God's sitting there looking every day waiting for you to come back.
Mhm.
And then once you come back, it's like you never left. Oh,
Mhm.
somebody ought to be inspired by that today. Somebody ought to be shouting right now that God works like that, So, yeah, I can talk about that all day.
Yeah, yeah, and you're living testimony. You know it because it's evident in your own life or the lives of others that you've seen. So you know it to be true, right?
Yes, yes.
Right?
I'm living it. I know. And you're saying, Todd, how'd you get in those circles? It's nothing but God.
Yeah,
Oh, you're speaking. No, I told you. I almost flunked out the first grade. And every now and then people start trying to challenge you and stuff with your talent. You know what? That's okay. It doesn't bother me anymore. That's
yeah.
all right. You want somebody else? I mean, listen, I'm gonna help the sisters out. If that dude wants somebody else, let him have her.
Mhm.
Move on. If that's what you want, go ahead. They'll be back. You'll be knocking right on your door. Hello. And you know what? That girl was. You know what? I'm over it. Do you want that back?
And the thing about time, time has a way of doing a lot of things. Just give yourself some space, right?
Yeah.
Space and time has a way to clear out and settle you down.
Yeah. You know what? That's what people don't understand is that, you know what? So, like I said, there's no such thing as really as failure. what it really comes as a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I learned something. I learned one way. I mean, think about it. Thomas Edison did so many inventions. And he can tell you one thing, one of the things he said, I know 1001 ways not to do a light bulb. That means I was trying different things, but I wanted the light bulb, but I was trying different things to get the light bulb. So, folk, the insanity cycle is you're going to do it the same way every time. Expect instead of changing that variable, we're back to that variable again. You know what I'm saying? Are you changing the variables of your life? Or are you going to just, I'm going to do it the exact same way and you get the same result?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Awesome information. Awesome information. So the mom and dad talks,
Yes.
is that
I,
still going on?
Yes, mom and dad talks. I started with my mom and dad. The Holy Spirit said, "You're gonna do it." Remember, I get inspired by God first,
Uh-huh.
and did it with my mom and dad, and we still do it today. We have a lot of special guests. You'll see some famous people on there. I can name drop, but you watch it and you see for yourself, folks. We got 5 years, 5 years, and we're still rolling. Praise the Lord. And my parents still, and my aunt Hanty, she's on there, and it opened up so many doors. You see, when God first says do it, yeah, I start with an attitude. Oh, but I didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? I had an attitude. You can see the early thing. I'm looking at my mom and dad mad. You're like, okay, we're doing this because God said it because I didn't really want to do it. And God was setting my blessing up, folks. What I'm saying is, God will still work with you with your attitude too.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He'll still work with you. He's like, okay, brother Todd, you're gonna get it eventually by and by. And what happened was it just started to open up some doors. Next thing I know, I get a call from out of nowhere. Okay, so you don't know AJ Parker. I think she was a DJ down there. That's with Doug Banks and AJ Parker back in the day. And she called me up out of the blue. She was big time in Chicago. And that was nothing but God. I saw your show. Like, remember at the time, I got like one or two people watching. Like, what? But see how God works? I was being faithful. Be
Mhm.
faithful, folk, and make yourself better. My wife helped make it better because she said, Todd, this is not good. She got video, put the sound and stuff on and fixed it up, and I've been doing it ever since. Thank you to my wife. It went to the next level. Okay, so be open. Remember I said be open to what better is. And she called me up and she hooked me with Bonnie DeShong. She worked with this guy named, I think you know him, Tom Joyner.
Oh yeah.
And that's how I got on the radio in Chicago. And so, on the radio in Chicago, JM 98, Music for Your Soul. And we've been doing it for the last year or so. And, only God could open that door because I was faithful and willing to grow. And it
Hmm.
started with that. And then I got another podcast, Give Us 2 Minutes, We Done. You'll see I got three famous comedians on there. One of them works with Cheryl Underwood, Mike Washington. Give a shout out to my boy. And I got Dr. Rosie Rogers and Chris Jackson. They're also comedians. And, that opened up only because they saw mom and dad talks. See what God did. So when you do faithful to God, God opens up. You don't determine when it's done. He just asks you to be faithful. So I just want to encourage everybody. I started my basketball program down here. My wife was there, paid for the gym and everything, and we go into an empty gym every week. Maybe two or three kids show up. But I said I'm gonna be faithful till the money runs out. And then God, yeah, yeah. My wife was sitting up there. Oh yeah, bless his soul. Okay, and they're praying for me like, oh Lord, please send some kids up in this door. And one night I really did get discouraged because discouragement is the devil's biggest weapon. And I was like, Lord, I closed my eyes. I was shooting free throws with my eyes closed. My wife, I was praying to God. I said, Lord, I'm gonna keep doing this. I know my family think I'm crazy right now, but you told me to do this. And when I opened my eyes, the door opened. A whole bunch of kids came in.
Wow.
Yeah, and then that's how I started the basketball league down here. So, God opened up those doors, and that's what I'm talking about. If you could see it, it's not faith.
Right. You can say that again.
Yeah.
You say that again. Somebody need to hear that. Right.
Yes.
You can see it. It's not faith. Right. It's not big
Mhm.
enough.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing about it, folks. I'm from a small town called Niles, Michigan. People, it's not a suburb of Detroit, folks. It's so small. It's like 16,000 people. In fact, it's known for one famous song. This is how bad my town is. Too Much Time on My Hands by Styx. He wrote it because he lived there. So that's what my town is famous for. Too much time on my hands. So
Oh,
it's a country town. So I'm just telling folk, you know what?
I
You
love
know,
it.
yeah. I mean, God, if he can go anywhere and blow you up. Like I said, that you don't have to be from a big city. You don't have to be from a small town. It's when God puts you at the appointed time. That's when things start opening up for you, folks. My wife and I, we've been through one catastrophe after another, and people say, "How do you get up?" I don't know how to get up because when I'm weak, he's strong.
Mhm.
You know, when my wife lost our last daughter, I went into part. I was so depressed. I said, "God, you promised us, and we haven't received a child. We don't have any children. Don't." And I remember going out there waiting for, her, and this dude comes up to me, and while I'm getting ready to pick up my wife, and starts yelling at me. And folk, I don't know about you, but sometimes you get so spent that you can't even argue with somebody who's acting a fool. You don't even feel like I can't even because I'm so depressed I can't even argue with him. And when he got done, he had his wife over there. You need to get out of here. Blah 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 blah. Of course, he didn't look like us, and he went after me so bad. And when he got done, he looked at me. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? I said, Sir, I am so sorry. Soft words turn away wrath. I said, my wife and I just lost our daughter. I'm waiting for her to come in here. I'm sorry I did this to you.
Mhm.
Thou shalt heap coals of fire on their head, folk. You don't have to go escalate the situation. Let God deal with that. I know that gentleman felt real bad. His wife looked at him like, dude, I can't believe you're like this. But you know what? Hopefully he saw Jesus that day.
Mhm.
See, we need to show, instead of people getting angry and hitting folk up and starting fights, we need to show some Jesus. We need to show some love. Why don't we show some love and show what that looks like?
Mhm.
So, that's, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, thanks for sharing that. You know,
You're welcome.
because you never know what people are going through, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a reminder. It's a
Yeah.
reminder. So,
Be a Christian at all times as best as you can. Sometimes when I'm not the best person, my wife has seen me cut up too. We all have our moments.
oh, okay.
But God's gonna give you a repeat lesson because you didn't pass the test. That's why He sends them thorns in your side. Come on, Ty, get over this.
Yeah.
Learn to love them.
But you
God,
just, it's a reminder to
yeah,
all of
Yeah.
us. Be
yeah.
all of us. Chill out. You know, leave people
You,
alone.
you,
Leave people
you,
alone. Chill out.
before we get to our next question, I want to tell you this.
Sure.
God has a good sense of humor. God had me work with a bigot. In fact, He told me he was pro-white.
Two bigots.
Yeah. And the person wanted to eat lunch with me every day. And I'm sitting up there, God, what in the world is this? God says, you know what? I need you to represent me. So many times I wanted to go off at the mouth with the comments made, but I said, God held my tongue.
Mm.
Only God could do it. And I didn't understand what God was doing. He said, Todd, I'm trying to increase you to trust me. I'll handle this. Became my best friend. You see what God does? So sometimes he said, Todd, I got better things for you if you just trust me in the process.
Mhm.
And it's hard sometimes, especially right now. It's very, very hard. I just want to
Mhm.
encourage people, man. You know what? God can turn that thing around. That's why we put our trust in Him. So
Mhm.
it's a lesson. I'm still learning. Look, I'm not perfect. You probably catch me on a bad day or something like, oh, he caught himself holy. But we all have our bad days, but I don't have them too often because God's still working on me like He's working on you.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's good that you can look back and say, hey, I'm not where I was yesterday on
Mhm.
anything. And also that he uses us and we realize it, because we have a relationship. He uses us for his purpose. So it's like when you say die to yourself, you are because you died to that assignment.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But trust me, you wonder why you go from one church to one church and still find the same crazy people because God's saying, I want you to pass this. You can't run away from this. I'm not going to let you. So
Mhm.
you got to get over this. Okay, Lord, it's going to teach you something. Now, sometimes you got to leave a place because it ain't healthy. But other times he's sending them back over there to you. Say, okay, bro, we're going to
Yeah.
send the same folk to you again, just a different face, different space.
Yeah. Open your eyes, huh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Open your eyes. I have a relationship. We're gonna, and you guys again, thank you for sharing. We're wrapping up and we're just gonna have to just come back and chat again and
Mhm.
converse again. And I look forward to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we've talked about a lot. So if there's anything else you'd like to say, I want you to be able to say it. But however, I have a couple relationship questions for you.
Okay.
Okay,
My
okay.
wife likes these.
You like those?
My
Okay.
wife,
Mhm.
yeah, she loves these.
And that's because you guys do your team. And when I started, looking into all that you do, it was evident that you do a lot together. And I think that it will inspire our audience. What,
28 years of inspiring each other.
28 years?
Hmm.
Of marriage and 31 together.
I wouldn't have never thought.
Yeah.
Guys, look, both of you look so young,
Oh,
So
thank you. You look good too.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Oh,
very much. Thank you very much. But
Mhm.
yes, I mean you do. And 28 years put a lot of oomph in there for me. A lot of the story there. What do you admire most about one another?
oh man. I'm gonna start off with this. My wife's patience.
Oh.
Mm.
I'm telling you, she deals with people I will never deal with. I'm the word when I talk about this. That's why God sends them to me because He's like, I'm working on your patience, son. These are the patience of the saints.
That's amazing.
I got Lord. I'm trying. I'm praying for patience, and He's gonna send a trial my way.
Always
And
on
my
that
wife,
patient.
yeah, it always happens when you pray. Like, Lord, I didn't ask for a trial. Well, you asked to overcome this. What do you think is going to happen to you? A trial is going to come. And so my wife, she works with people I would never work with, and it helps
Oh.
grow me. It helps grow me because I'm like, I'm not dealing with that person. Oh, how you doing? Oh, how you doing? Okay, yeah, but that's good because you need to get stretched.
Awesome. What about you, Swela? What do you admire most about Todd?
um, his timeliness. I think that that's so important in whatever that you do because people don't have a lot of time, and you have to be respectful of people's time. I mean, so I really, really, I mean, I could tell you so many different stories. I know that's probably a weird answer,
It's okay.
but he's laughing because he knows why. I just, you know, I just love that, Todd and I, when we first dated, we would need to be someplace at 6 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
And he'd be picking me up at 4:15. And I'm like, why? I mean, we don't have to be there quite that early, but I've learned to appreciate it. And it has spilled over into other things
Mhm.
in our personal life, in our business life. It's just but that's one of the things. I could have said so many other things
Mhm.
though.
Mhm.
But but it's just like I said, it's a weird answer. But
No, I love it. I
Well,
love it. He's timely.
well,
he's just very, very timely
Yeah.
with everything. He's just timely. The bills, I don't have to worry about, my house. I'll be sitting out on the curb. You know what I'm saying? Just everything. Like if he has an obligation, he's going to be there an hour and a half, 2 hours early. I mean, if he has to write a play, he's gonna write it 5 weeks here. I mean, it's a whole lot of reasons why I said timeliness, but I
Yeah.
really, really, I'm inspired by that.
Good. Good. And that's a
it-
good one. That's a good
well,
one.
it's so bad. I'll just make this real quick. I never missed a day of high school. I had perfect attendance all 4 years. That's how bad it is.
That
Yeah,
was that was comical.
it's just a
Yeah,
lot. So
just
see,
so our audience understands how bad it is.
it can be what I'm inspired about with him can also be annoying at times. Also, but it's okay because
Hmm.
that's him, and I love him.
Hmm.
So that's the thing. We have to love. You know,
Yeah,
that's it. We can't be in relationships sitting up tolerating people. We gotta really love the person.
that's awesome.
And that's what this is. It helps us, both of us, to get through moments where we're not ready to do divorce papers and stuff like that. Like I said, my husband said no one has a perfect relationship. but you have to have a wonderful understanding of each other.
Mhm.
And Todd and I made the commitment, and we do love each other. We made the commitment. Look, we're here for life. So when we got married, we said from day one, divorce isn't an option. So that meant we set it up to work out. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You
yeah.
can't set it up where you got the papers that
Window.
come in 30. No, you can't do that. You have to say, okay, okay, what are we going to do to get through this? My husband and I, we have um, something else that may be helpful for you all out there. We have hunt
Yeah, yeah,
command.
yeah, and
We
you
have
can hit us up for the details. I know we're running out of time. Sorry.
oh, we have hunt commandments, and there's 10. God has 10. We have 10. You can have 15, how many you want to have. But it gives you boundaries so that if you happen to cross a line, you already have that fence kind of set up. You're
Mhm.
able to talk about it. You have routines already in place. Uh-oh, yo, what happened? I mean, we said we don't yell. What's going on? So it just helps you to get along,
Mhm.
and it helps you to keep that love going too. Yeah.
Perfect. 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 All of it. All of it. All of it. So it's perfect because it's information. And there was a lot of it, good information, amazing information that I know that our audience is taking has to take away and is going to take away from this and be useful. It was very inspiring for me as well.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Anna.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Well,
This
you
is
for
amazing.
having us.
you guys, we can go on, but we are at the end of our show. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
A mother's daughter. This is
Uh-huh.
gonna be the second one. The first one, a mother's daughter. You can go on Tubi, see Todd and I.
Oh,
It's a very, very good movie.
you guys,
Um,
6 million views, folks. 6 million views on
six
the first
million
one.
views.
6 million views on the first one. You
On
guys
the
both
first
were in
one.
it. You're both in
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, we're both
we
in that
both
first
were
one.
in it. I'm one of the leads, and my husband has a very important lead. But then the second one, we finished, and the premiere is going to be November 16th. We are so excited about it.
Coming up.
It's coming up, A Mother's Daughter Forgiven. So you want to see one, so that when two comes out, you'll be all ready to go. But and then be looking out for Church
Church
Life
Life
Chronicles, man. That's gonna be a wonderful,
series.
wonderful series that you're gonna really enjoy, because being a part of church and different things, there are some chronicles that can happen, but
Mhm.
it's the way that they're dealt with. Even if you don't go to church, we have situations that happen to us, but it's all in how we handle things with love. So you want to stay tuned for those things. Also, go look at Satisfied
Uh-huh.
and listen to all of those songs and be inspired. Inspire your soul with
Yeah.
Satisfied.
And like and subscribe. Give us 2 minutes. We done podcast and mom and dad talks. Please, folks, send it to a friend. Send it to an enemy. Send it to someone you don't know. But please send it. Thank you.
And if you
Yes.
forget all of this, just go to sustainthechanges.com.
Sustainthechange.com, you guys.
Sustain the changes.
Changes.
Changes with the yes,
Yes.
plural. So
Plural.com.
sustainthechanges.com.
Yes.
All right, my people, my favorite people, my new favorite people. Oh gosh, thank you guys. Thank you for
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
having us on
Anna.
your show, Anna. We love it. Thank you.
coming out. All right, well, we will be in touch. You have heard it right here on Tells, the Anna Lindsay Show. Tune in. I'm here with more great guests. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.